Significance of meiosis. So meiosis is also known as the reductional division because the number of chromosomes will be reduced to half. For example, if the parental cell is having 2n number of chromosome, okay, when it comes to the daughter cells it reduced to half. So if parent is having 2n number of chromosome, it becomes n in the daughter cell. So diploid cell, because of the meiosis, diploid cells will be converted into haploid cells, and as we have discussed, this will occur only in the sexually reproducing organism, that too in the germline cells, where because of the meiosis gametes are formed. Because of the meiosis gametes are formed. Okay, so before going deeper into the meiosis, first we should understand homologous chromosomes. Okay, as we know that whatever the offspring that is formed because of the in the sexually reproducing organism, it is formed because of the fusion of the gametes. Okay, we have two gametes, male gamete and the female gamete. So those male and female gamete fuse together to form the zygote. Male and female gamete fuse together to form the zygote, and the zygote develop into an individual organism. Okay, so we are having that means, so in the zygote there is two set of chromosomes. Okay, in the zygote there is two set of chromosome. One set is known as the maternal chromosome, another set is known as the paternal chromosome. So maternal chromosome is inherited from the mother, paternal chromosome is inherited from the father. So homologous chromosomes are nothing but chromosomes that are having the identical genes at the identical loci. For example, we have two chromosomes, chromosome number 1 and chromosome number 2. So in the cell we will be having now 4 chromosomes, two copies of chromosome 1 and two copies of chromosome 1 and 2 copies of chromosome 2. So homologous chromosomes means these chromosome number 1 of father and chromosome number of mother, they together form the homologous chromosome. Similarly, chromosome number 2 of father and chromosome number 2 of mother, they together form the homologous chromosome. Okay, homologous chromosomes are nothing but chromosomes which are having the identical genes at the identical loci. In other way, the same chromosomes which are inherited from two different parents, they form the homologous chromosomes. So meiosis will occur in two phases. One is meiosis 1, another one is meiosis 2. So unlike mitosis is very simple. It will be classified into 4 different phases. But in meiosis, because there are many major events that occur in meiosis, that's why the entire meiosis is classified into 2 different phases, meiosis 1 and meiosis 2. Okay, meiosis 1 is in turn divided into 4 phases: prophase 1, metaphase 1, anaphase 1 and telophase 1. Okay, prophase 1 is considered to be the longest phase of meiosis. Okay, about 90% of the events that occurs in the meiosis, they will be occur only in the prophase 1. Okay, prophase 1 in turn divided into 5 different phases: leptotene, zygotene, pachytene, diplotin and diakinesis. Remember, so prophase 1 is the longest phase of meiosis. Okay, and this will be further categorized into 5 different phases: leptotene, zygotene, pachytene, diplotin and diakinesis. Before going in detail into the prophase 1, different phases of prophase 1, I'll just summarize what are the things that will occur in the prophase 1. So prophase 1, so what we have discussed in prophase of mitosis? In the prophase of mitosis, we have discussed that the chromatins which are in the decondensed form or extended form, they will become condensed into chromosome. And second thing we have discussed, nuclear membrane and the nucleolus disappears completely and the spindle fibers formation initiates. Same thing happens here also, but in addition some of the events occur here. So to summarize, prophase 1 as usual, it will start with the decondensation of chromosome, and then here one important event occur, that is pairing of homologous chromosomes. And this pairing of homologous chromosome is known as the synapsis. synapsis, synapsis. Okay, and once the homologous chromosomes are paired, then there is exchange of genetic material. Okay, once the homologous chromosomes are paired, then exchange of genetic material occurs, and after that chiasmata formation occurs, and then the complete removal of nuclear membrane and the nucleolus occur, and the spindle fibers started to begin, and it will get attached to the kinetochores or the primary constriction of the chromosomes. Okay, these are the major events that occurs in the prophase 1. So as I have discussed earlier, these are homologous chromosomes. Okay, so this is the chromosome before the beginning of synthesis phase. Okay, before, you know that in the interphase itself the DNA replication start. Before the beginning they will be like this. So homologous chromosomes, this is one homologous chromosome and this is one homologous chromosome. Once they replicate, they will form one more chromatids. Okay, see, this is complete a single chromosome but having a replicated copy of the chromosome. Similarly, this is the homologous pair of this particular chromosome. Okay, and these the chromatids of the same homologous chromosome is known as the sister chromatid. Okay, see, this is coming from this particular chromosome only, that's why this is known as the sister chromatid. If you observe keenly, so this is the single primary constriction or the centromere. The centromere will be attached to 4 different chromatids. Okay, and the chromatids from the same centromere is known as the sister chromatids, and this is the sister chromatids for this particular chromosome, and this is the sister chromatids for this particular chromosome. Okay, both of the chromosomes are entirely identical. You can see that they are of the same size. So this is the P element, this is the Q element, both are of the same size, that's why they are known as the homologous chromosome. So one is coming from the paternal chromosome, paternal parent, another one is coming from the maternal parent. Now coming to the phases of prophase 1. As we have discussed, the prophase 1 is classified into 5 different phases: leptotene, zygote, pachytene, diplotin and diakinesis. Okay, leptotene. So this is the first phase of prophase 1. So here what happens is, this is immediately after the interphase stage. Okay, and we have discussed that in the interphase the chromosomes are like thin chromatin fibers. They are not thickened, they are very thin. Okay, what happens here is, in the leptotene, the chromosomes, as it is immediately after the interphase, the chromosomes are in the thin thread like form. Okay, so it is just immediate after the interphase. Just remember that here lepto stands for the thin thread, so here the chromosomes are in their thin thread like structures. Okay, second stage of meiosis is zygote. Zygo stands pair here. What happens is, so we have discussed that homologous chromosomes are present. Say here, see, there are 3 pairs of chromosome, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So here you can see that this is in blue color one set of chromosomes are there. In red color one. If you observe keenly, so in blue color there is one set of chromosomes and in red color there is one set of chromosomes. Okay, and the blue color, consider them as coming from the maternal parent and red color coming from the paternal parent. So what happens here is, so there are 6 chromosomes. They will arrange as per their homologous pair. Okay, so here in the zygotene, the pairing of homologous chromosomes will occur in zygotene stage. So zygotene is characterized by the synapsis. Synapsis stands for the pairing of homologous chromosomes. Here you can, synapsis begins over here. So same identical chromosome, they come closer together and they start pairing. This is zygote. How they will pair? They pair by the in between synaptonemal complex is formed. So that we will discuss later when we individually discuss about the synaptonemal complex. Because of the synaptonemal complex, see here there is a gum-like structure or the glue-like structure appearing here. This is known as the synaptonemal complex that we will discuss later in detail. But remember that the chromosomes are paired here. So maternal chromosome and the paternal chromosome paired here because of the synaptonemal complex. So zygote is characterized by the pairing of homologous chromosomes, and the pairing of homologous chromosome is known as the synapsis. After the zygote, the pachytene occurs. Pachytene is characterized by the exchange of genetic material between the non-sister chromatids. So we have discussed it previously. So non-sister chromatids are nothing but the chromatids of individual homologous chromosomal pair. So mother and the father chromatids are known as the non-sister chromatids. What happens here is there is an exchange or crossing over of non-sister chromatids. When they cross over, what happens is, see here, it is properly cross over. When they cross over, what happens is exchange of genetic material occurs. Some of the part of the DNA is transferred to the paternal pair, and some of the part of the DNA is transferred to the maternal pair. That's why it is known as the recombination event. Okay, there is some exchange of genetic material between the homologous chromosomes occurs in the pachytene stage. The pachytene stage is characterized by the crossing over. Crossing over, what happens is the non-sister chromatids cross over each other and exchange of genetic material occurs. Okay, so next phase is diplotin stage. So this diplotin stage is characterized by the chiasmata formation. This is the chiasmata. Chiasmata stands for the Greek chi structure. So chi, here there is a chi-like shape will be formed. That's why it is known as the chiasmata formation stage, and this occurs during the diplotin stage. What happens here is, once the chromosomes they cross over, and once completely the exchange of genetic material occurs, they start pulling apart. Once the crossing over function is completed, the chromatids will start pulling apart. When they start pulling apart, a chiasmata or the chi-shaped structure is formed. So this is the characteristic feature of diplotin stage. So why the chiasmata formation occurs? Because synaptonemal complex starts dissociating. Because of that, chiasmata formation will be occurred. Okay, last stage of prophase 1 is diakinesis. So diakinesis is also known as the terminalization phase. Here what happens is, completely the synaptonemal complex has been removed. See here, there is some synaptonemal complex structure, but here completely the synaptonemal complex has been removed, and the cell, so the nuclear membrane, they start completely disappearing, and then the spindle fiber starts forming, and now the prophase is completed and the cell is ready to enter into the metaphase 1. See here, these are the events that will form during the prophase 1. The homologous chromosomes are there. Homologous chromosome pair during the synapsis, and the crossing over occurs, and after the crossing over, terminalization occurs. Okay, once the prophase 1 is completed, the cell enters into metaphase 1. In metaphase 1, what happens is, the chromosomes are again condensed highly, and they will arrange at the equator due to the pulling action of the spindle fibers. They will arrange at the equator, and they are in the highly condensed form. Okay, and once the metaphase 1 is completed, the cell enters into the anaphase 1. In anaphase, again due to the pulling action of spindle fibers, as it has happened in the mitosis, same thing occurs here also. The chromosomes are dragged away from each other. When they are dragged away from each other, the reduction in the chromosome number occurs over here. Okay, this is in the anaphase 1, and even the anaphase 1 is followed by the telophase 1. So telophase, what happens in telophase? Again reappearance of chromosomes and the reappearance of nuclear membrane and the nucleolus occurs, and the chromosome starts decondensing, and the cytokinesis is initiated, and the cells are divided into 2 daughter cells. Okay, this completes the meiosis 1. Okay, after once the meiosis 1 is completed, the cell enter into meiosis 2. So meiosis 2 what happens? The interkinesis occurs followed by the prophase 2 and then metaphase 2 and anaphase 2. So in prophase 2 what happens? Again the same process occurs. The chromosomes condenses, nuclear membrane disappears, spindle fibers initiates. So in the metaphase, the condensed chromosomes arrange at the equator and they will be in the highly condensed form. In the anaphase, the chromosomes are separated. They get aparted from each other and later it follows to telophase. Again telophase, reappearance of nuclear membrane and decondensation of chromosomes occurs, and then finally the 4 haploid cells are formed. So this completes the meiosis 2. So remember, meiosis 2 is having the same events as that of mitosis.